Hello, I am Sophia. On this platform, we are on a mission of creating heaven on earth marriages by preventing and breaking the cycle of intimate partner violence through education and service delivery. Today, we are going to pause on our normal education and deal with a mindset, or should I say, a statement concerning marriage I have heard twice this month of March, and I think that we shouldn't allow it take root and bear fruit because it will not help the marriage institution but only make it worse. And the statement is that the youth does not want to marry these days because mothers are not teaching their girls not to marry but go to school and be successful. But I want to say that it is not the whole truth. Yes, it is true that the youth does not want to marry, but it is not true that mothers are teaching their girls not to marry. I have spoken to a lot of the youth, and also I had a radio program some time ago. People will call in and say that they do not believe that there are good marriages or one can have a good marriage. So that is their belief because of what they have seen around them. As I said in my other videos, the victims are our mothers, our aunties, our church members, neighbors, friends. So it is something we are living with. So they have seen all these bad examples around them. Why would they want to marry? So the question we should be asking is, who is the perpetrator of this abuse in marriages? And the perpetrators are the men. So that is the root cause. The root cause is that men have become so wicked and abusive. And so the youth, they have seen this and do not want to marry. And it's all right. Why would you want somebody to go and marry an abuser and destroy her life? So what we should do to solve that problem, to make marriage attractive to the youth again, is to end intimate partner violence, and it's possible. So we should stop, as I said earlier, we should stop putting unnecessary pressure and condemning women and blaming them for everything in the marriage institution because they are the wrong people to condemn. The right people are the men. Hold them responsible. You see, some of these statements, what they do is to empower the abuser because they are thinking, well, even if we abuse them, society will still blame the woman. See, now the youth does not want to marry because they haven't seen any good marriage. But then the women are still blamed that they are teaching their daughters not to marry. So you are only empowering abusers. You are empowering the perpetrators. And so these statements can only make the marriage institution worse and not better. So let's stop it. For how long will we go on this wrong route? It started since Adam Moses' time, it was there. Abuse is real. Let's stop living in denial and in pretense because it is real. So we should rather say no to abuse than blaming women because they are not the cause of it. Now, if we don't deal with the root cause and you are trying to deal with the symptoms, which is what the youth is displaying, would you ever get a solution to it? No, because the root cause is still alive. A bad tree can never bear good fruits. So what we are seeing in the youth is the bad fruits. And it shows that the tree is bad. So deal with the tree. So what we should do is that anything or every marital issue should be put on the men. That is the way of the creator of the institution. When he said that the man is the head of the wife, he always holds the man responsible for every issue in that institution. Now we are here on earth and we seem to agree with God that the man is the head, and yet we hold the woman responsible for everything that goes wrong in the marriage institution. Now, my question is, in which human institution that when something goes wrong, the head is left to go free, but the blame is put on the subordinates? In which human institution can you mention? So, why is it that it's only in the marriage institution that when something wrong happens, the leader is left to go free? And then the pressure is put on the woman, the responsibility is put on the woman. That is wrong. We can't keep doing the wrong thing and expect different results. So let's turn around. The root cause of the youth not marrying these days is because men have become so wicked and abusive. And so they don't want to end up being miserable in an institution that is supposed to have shown love to them. They don't want that, and it's right. It's okay. If you want it to work, deal with the man. Deal with the men now. On the other hand, if women were even teaching their children or their girls not to marry, is it wrong? Is it wrong? I don't see the wrong in that. Because if a woman has gone through abuse and is called because she was not financially sound and tells the daughter, see what we have gone through. So you have to take your education serious. You have to take life serious so that you do not end up the way I have ended up and you are also suffering because of it. I don't see the wrong in it. So let's face the truth and leave tradition aside. Let's do things a different way and get the right results and make this marriage institution work. Let's stop living in denial and in pretense and face the fact that abuse in marriage is real and see what we can do, because as I always say, it can be ended and we all have a role to play. And so some of these statements that blames women, that puts the responsibility on women should stop. Anytime you want to make a statement concerning this marriage institution, and think of it again. If it's a statement that is putting pressure or the responsibility on the woman, turn it around and put that responsibility on the man, because that is where it's supposed to go. And we see for some time, we will see changes when we begin to hold the right people, the men responsible for this marriage institution. Things will change. Well, on this platform, we are on a mission of creating heaven on earth marriages.